What is up guys, welcome back to my channel. It is great to see you all again. Today we are talking all about how you can grow your Instagram page as a photographer. So often it is hard to stand out on Instagram as a photographer. There are millions of photography accounts that churn out content like crazy. But there are ways to ensure that you get the most out of Instagram and that your content gets the recognition it deserves. I'm going to talk you through a few points on how to do this. So my first point is all about establishing your own unique style or niche. When on Instagram, it is important to create your own style or niche so that people know what to expect, and this will be entirely unique to you. By doing this, you'll be able to attract followers that are interested in the same style as you, meaning you'll build an audience with the same interests as yourself. This really helps you to know what to take pictures of and what style of editing to choose in order to maintain an engaged audience. This brings us to point number 2, which is to make sure that you have a good profile picture and an inviting bio. A personal profile picture gives your audience an idea of who you are and what your page is all about, whilst an inviting bio with information about yourself and a few personal touches gives a good first impression to your potential followers. Also, be sure to include links to your website or your YouTube channel if you have one. When standing out on Instagram, it is very important to have a good theme or a color scheme. Bars. You can do this by blending your pictures into each other. It might sound weird, but it's actually rather simple. By following certain themes, colors, or seasons, you create a really eye-pleasing feed on your page. This also poses as a bit of a challenge when it comes to editing. For example, if you look at mine, you'll see that I'm very into the greens, browns, and yellows. I'd advise to keep it simple though. Don't overdo it with crazy edits unless this is the type of style that you're trying to go for. My fourth point is when posting, make sure that you write out story-like captions. When it comes to using captions with posts, I usually use a quote and then throw in a little bit of a write-up with that. By doing this, you are able to make your posts a lot more interesting and possibly even a bit more interactive. These captions do not have to be super long. They just have to be a bit of a write-up to engage the reader. Also, try to make them a little bit more personal to yourself, like a bit of a story. People will often appreciate this a lot more. The next point is all about engagement. Comments, DMs, and tags. When it comes to people commenting on your own pictures, it is good to reply to these comments within an hour. This just shows that you are interested in what they think. Also, be sure to comment on other posts that have a similar style to you. This ups your engagement and just increases your chances of being seen. When it comes to DMing, it is always good to DM others. If you like their content, be sure to drop them a DM. This really just helps you to chat and engage with others. Also, be sure to chat and make contact with local photographers in your area. I've often done this with South African photographers, and it really helps as they're often keen to meet up or collaborate, which really grows your network. The last thing under engagement is tags. Be sure to tag any relevant pages or accounts in your posts, and also look for feature accounts that are in your local area and be sure to tag these. It also often helps to tag local companies or small businesses that have something to do with the picture you have posted. The reason I put so much emphasis on local things is because you need to focus on broadening your influence in your area that's most likely a little bit smaller before moving on to bigger international things. Also, locals are usually more willing. Moving on to point number 6. Don't ask for collaborations or be needy in a sense. This may seem controversial to what I've said about engaging, but it's not. The main thing is don't contact big pages looking for collaborations or handouts. You're most likely not going to get them and you're going to seem needy. Focus on growing your page first and the collaborations will come. If you really feel the need to do a collaboration, be sure to contact a local page that is a similar size to you. These people are often more willing than big pages that get tons of messages and requests to do collaborations and to meet up. Okay, we're on to our second to last point now, so bear with me. And this point is to lead people to your page using hashtags. To do this, you need to ensure that you use relevant hashtags in your posts, not just random ones. So in order to get relevant hashtags, take what you'd get on average in terms of likes and times this by 1,000. Then find hashtags that have this number of posts and use these on your picture. For example, if I get an average of 150 likes on a picture, I'll take this and multiply it by 1000 and I will get 150,000. Then I'll search for hashtags that have this amount of posts and are relevant to my picture. This just ensures that your post gets noticed, as choosing a hashtag with about 1 million posts probably won't get you very far, because many others have used this hashtag and your work is just going to get lost in the stream of others. A massive thank you to my friend Dylan for showing me this technique. I'll leave his channel link somewhere over here. Now onto our last point, and that is change to a business account. What this does is it allows you to access insights. This shows you how many people see your posts and your audience in terms of country, age, and gender. It also shows when your followers are most active. Therefore, you can time your postings correctly. Another advantage of switching to a business account is that it allows you to use promotions. However, these cost money, so I'd advise you only use these if you're looking to make money off of your photography. These things are in place to give you a good idea of what's going on. However, when you start obsessing over them, your focus then shifts from creating content to the numbers, which is not a good spot to be. So focus on the content first above all else. I learned that from a photographer named Hayden Pedersen. He speaks a lot about where your focus should be as a content creator, as it is often very easy to get mixed up in the numbers game. So there you have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and got something useful out of it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you have any ideas for future videos, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Now that I'm finished with matric exams, I do have a lot more time at hand, so hopefully I'll be able to make a lot more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, cheers.